What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to the NM Anomoly podcast. So, today we are going to talk a little bit about some stuff that's happened in the news because it's a new year. Crazy stuff's already happening. So, we should probably talk about that, right? I think so. And we're going to talk about the new podcast, the Daily Brew podcast with MCX. And we're going to talk about the No Love Lost podcast. Both amazing podcasts. Listened to the Daily Brew this morning. So I was like, oh, dang, he already doing it. And he's doing it a different way than I already thought. I was like, oh, dang, he's going in. Amazing. Let's just put it that way. It's just amazing. And then we got the No Love Lost podcast, which, man, I was listening to that first episode and it like impacted me like, dang, I can't wait till I get to my new place so I can put these podcasts together. Put together my own podcast or at least continue what I already started because it's so hard to do my podcast where we were living before because it was always so noisy. But now we have a new place. I could go ahead and record these podcasts. I could start putting out videos more consistently and doing it a lot better. So that is where my mindset is at right now. I'm like, okay, cool. This is gonna be good. The podcast game is gonna blow up. The YouTube channel is gonna blow up. The Facebook page is gonna blow up. IG blow up. All of it's gonna be good because I'm gonna take on some strategies that I saw MCX put up on the Zia network. And I was like, oh dang. So I listened to one video and then I saw another one that caught my eye. I was like, you know what? Let me try this. I was like, oh cool. And then he was like, hey, this is the one I'm gonna be doing. I was like, oh dang, man, you going for that challenge. But it's great because we're all about the growth and it's going to be good. It's gonna be good. So this is the NM Anomoly podcast. So if you're watching the video, just give me a second. Just because, you know what, this is going to be the raw, uncut version of the podcast when you watch the video because I'm editing it on here so I can get each segment so I can get my ads in there and get everything all situated. So, okay, we got that part. Now let's jump into the next one. So, I kind of want to talk about this one story. Um, New Year's Eve, um, two cars pretty much like hit by a drunk driver. The guy gets home 1:30 in the morning, from a New Year's Eve party. Comes and he's like, my truck kind of seems like it's on the curb. He's like, that seems a little fishy. Seems a little funny, kind of out of place. Goes and checks. Someone sideswiped his car, and then as he looks, he's like, wait, the neighbor's car was pushed back like 50 feet and smashed the front end. Smashed the front end. If that, man, I would be so upset. Like, I don't care. Like, yes, I'm on a journey to trying to be a better Christian every single day, but I mean it. I would be really upset. I wouldn't know what to do with myself at that point. I'd just be like, dang, really? All my bills now on top of this, I gotta pay for that. It just ain't. It just ain't good. Like I don't want to do that. And I'll be so mad. And like why you gonna be going like 60 miles an hour in a neighborhood, going around, drifting around a corner, hitting a car, sideswiping the car, hitting the other car. Man, I swear, like drivers in Albuquerque are just some of the worst, and I'm being straight. I'm being honest because none of them are good at all. Like every time I'm driving, man, I have road rage because like some of y'all just need to learn how to drive. Like, I ain't no perfect driver, but I'm just saying like y'all like get me mad, and I just wanna scream. I just want to scream. But yeah, with that New Year's Eve, so it was just like, man, we gonna start the new year like that? Like And I love the perspective that the dude had in the interview, because the person was like, hey, I know this is like terrible. He's like, you know what? He's like, how I see it, it was on New Year's Eve. You know, maybe that's gonna be all the bad stuff in the past. It's in the past now. We're in 2020. I'm looking to a bright future. I believe everything's gonna be good going forward. And I'm like, you know what? That's what's up. That is great, and I love that perspective, right? Because it's like, oh, okay, cool. This dude, he's really getting that mindset right. Like, you know what? That was yesterday. It was New Year's Eve, right? Today, it's New Year's Day. Everything going forward is gonna be good. Yeah, I gotta put some more money into my car, but it's okay because everything is gonna be good. I'm putting my mind and my eyes set forward to a bright future of 2020, right? 2020 vision, it's clear. So you're gonna have to put your mindset to that and be like, oh, yeah, right. It's gonna be good. And then you're just like, cool. Now I just gotta put that into practice, right? So on my vlog, I was talking about usually when 20 and when the new year comes, we're like, you know what, man, this is the year to be selfish. I let people run over me. I gave too much to people. They took advantage of me. Blah 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 blah. All that. Nah, that is not the right mindset to go into a new year. It is not the right mindset to go into a new year. When you're going into a new year, you do not say, no, I'm gonna be selfish. Nah. Like, are you trying to shoot yourself in the foot? Are you trying to start the year off wrong because you're going to start building some bad habits? Those selfish habits are going to keep building, and then you're going to be like, no one, I don't want to help you. Nah, I know you, fam. I don't want you near me. Nah, that ain't about what it is. Like, you can't go into a new year being selfish. And like what I said in my vlog was, hey, you gotta be more strategic. Know when to let people in, know when to say no, know when to make certain things happen. You got to be strategic. 2020, being strategic about every single move you make for a new year, because it ain't about being selfish. No, it's not about being selfish. It's about being strategic, right? And I was watching this video, and he's like, you need to have intentions on, you know, the caption, or even like the writing that you put on the post to get people to engage. And even my friend, even my homie MCX even told me that too. And I was like, yeah, I definitely need to do that, because I'm in the mindset of like being selfish. Like, hey, go click this link, go watch my video, go listen to my podcast, go listen to my spoken word. It ain't gonna happen like that. And I gotta get on that reality check. Like, no, I need to engage. I need to show some personality, right? Show my personality. Not a fake personality, but show my personality. And even if I gotta turn it up 1,000%, that's totally fine. But that's the thing. We have to be more strategic. We gotta be smarter in 2020, because 2019, I feel like every single year anyone could be like, oh, that was my worst year. I hate this. But nah, it ain't about that. Like, yes, if it was a bad year, you gotta be more strategic. You gotta make it into a good year, right? You gotta make it into a good year. You gotta make it into the year that you want. You gotta be more strategic. You gotta start making moves. You gotta start making money moves. You're gonna have to start doing things that are gonna be good for your business, for your brand, for you personally, right? You know, Moving into a new place, it's scary. I was saying, you gotta start making money moves. You gotta be more strategic going into the new year. You gotta get your mindset right. So, with that being said, when I was listening to the Daily Brew podcast, and when I was listening to No Love Lost podcast, right, it was like a fire that was lit inside of me, not in a bad way, but in a creative way, because I'm like, whoa, these guys, they doing their thing, right? They're starting off the day, they're starting off the new year, right? They're putting into fruition their plan, their idea, their dream, and I'm like, cool. moved into a new place. I already had my goal set. I was like, I'm going to start recording more. I'm going to start putting the podcast together more. I'm going to start being more consistent with it because I was wearing my glasses right now. I don't like wearing my glasses, so I do apologize. And for the listeners, yes, I was wearing my glasses, and I kind of don't. I have some self-esteem issues, so I don't like to look at myself, or at least be able to see myself clearly. I'm working on that for sure. But like I was saying, you know, all those creative things were all pushing me to be more creative, being pushing me to be more consistent. Now that I live in a place, like it's a lot better because now I'm like, cool, I could actually do this. There's no excuses. I can't be like, oh well, they, with all that going on, I can't do it. They're too loud. They're screaming in the background. you know all this, there's work being happening outside. Nah, there ain't no excuses now. This is 2020. I'm in a new place. I'm in a new space. 2020, it's about being strategic, being more clear, being more in, intuitive, and being more intentional with everything that I do. It's gonna be more strategic. Yes, I got a full-time job and I'm a assistant manager and stuff, but that is not an excuse for me not to still be able to, when I come home, find the time to be able to record. Me, even if I got to put an hour to the side, be like, okay, let me just knock all these out just so I could get it ready, right? And then, the next day, let me get an hour to go and edit all this, right? That's the thing. So, 2020 is about being more strategic, and there's no time for excuses. No time for excuses. If they ain't, if the Daily Brew, podcast and No Love Lost podcast ain't got no, excuses, and they're doing their thing, one person's full time with his clothing line and podcast and YouTube and everything, then I could do that. Right? And like it ain't like to try to be competition at all, because you know what? It's all love towards them. It's just motivation for me, and I appreciate that, and it's a relationship, and it's and it's just a partnership with all of them. So that's what I'm gonna do. So thank y'all for listening to the podcast. This is the NM Anomoly podcast, and this is sweet. Stay sweet, y'all. I'll see you next time.